I believe we are live. Hello, happy Tuesday, everyone. Welcome to Make a Selling Artist Live. Whether you're watching me in YouTube or on my business page or inside the Mega Selling Artist group, Facebook group, I want to say welcome. So let's see. What do we have for you today? I'm so excited. This is actually one of the topics that is near and dear to my heart because I help artists with mindset, every week. I work with artists, and it's not just mindsets that get us stuck in our business, right? These are things that can get us stuck in every area of our life. So say hello as you are signing in. I always love to see who's here. And as I always say, if you're watching this in replay because you can't watch it live, it's okay. I get it. Everybody's here at a different time of day in the world. So if you're watching this in replay, just hit hashtag replay so I know you were able to drop in. I love that. All right, we're going to get started. You're in the right place. This is where we get to talk about all kinds of sales science secrets that are really, they'll revolutionize the way you sell your art. If you have never used sales science to help you sell your art, it's going to change your business. So I am excited to do that with you. And today we're talking about one simple tool or one simple secret to busting through trail blockers. I'm going to walk you through 7 trail blockers specifically that are the most common that we all bump into, and then give you one solution for that. Hey, hi there. We got someone from Denver. Oh, it says Facebook user, so I'm so sorry I can't see your name. Great to see you. And we've got Katrina. But trail blockers, I always talk about trail blockers are those big obstacles and things that get in the way. They can be life circumstances, they can be all kinds of different things, but we need to know how to bust through them. No matter what, we're not going to be able to make it to our goals if we can't figure out how to get past the trail blockers that are in between where we are now, standing on our trail headed to the summit. The summit is our goal, whatever our goal is. It's different for every one of us, which is one of my favorite things about helping you guys in your businesses is everyone has a different specific thing that they want out of their business. And no matter what, we got to be able to get that. South Carolina, that's where Katrina is. So thank you guys for joining. All right, how are you doing? How are you doing with your 2023 goals? Your business goals specifically. Tell me this. Are you on track to hit your first quarter goals? Like your first quarter, January through March, are you on track to hit those goals or the summit that you've decided that you want to hit? If you're on track, I want you to type on in the track. If you're off track from where you wanted to be right now, hit type off. Just go ahead and put this in the chat. And that way I'll know where you're at. I'll tell you what, it's just one of the natural things in life, right? That we bump up against things that get us off track. It's okay. We need to be able to give ourselves grace. Not on track, off. Yeah, on. It's so true. And sometimes I love that you have the question mark, Katrina. You're like, I don't know if I'm on. That's a big marker, right? We need to be able to keep up with what's going on, because if we know we're on track, then we know we can look back and we can look at our numbers, we can review everything and go, okay, yeah, this is what worked. And if we're off track, we know what didn't work, which is still very helpful. So I want you to take a deep breath and breathe out. It's going to be okay no matter where you're at. No matter where you're at, whether you're on track or off track. And this is going to help you get back on track. And I always say, besides, being off track is okay. Even when everything goes smoothly, there are always things that you can look back and see that you can improve or do better. It's something that's just a normal pattern that we go through, where we're doing really well and then we cycle down, we run into a problem and a bump. That's part of it. That's the way life is supposed to be. The secret is to be able to get through those things and cycle through those down periods as quickly as possible. And the faster we can do that, the quicker we get to where we want to go. Definitely doing way better than excellent comparing those quarters. There you go. See, that is super helpful. So I'm Shauna St. James, and I am the founder of Mega Selling Artists. And I've been helping artists really for over 10 years sell more art. It's one of the things that part of it comes naturally to me, being able to help people learn how to sell. And then the other part of that is, I have a background and a degree and a lot of postgraduate education in psychology. And so when I was able to put those things together with sales, it really changed the way I ran my business. And I love sharing that with everyone. But it really wasn't that long ago, or, it doesn't seem like that long ago when I wasn't getting the results that I wanted from my business. So if that's you, you can raise your hand and tell me if that's where you're at. If you want more, who wants more? Let's do this. Who wants more from their business than what they're getting right now? More financial in abundance, right? More sales, more freedom of time, more control over how things go. Yes. I think we all want more when it comes to meeting our goals. It's just part of how we're wired as humans, that even once we achieve our goal, we want to be setting the next goal. That's what we're supposed to be doing as humans. And there's a difference there. Of course, we talk about this a lot inside Summit Seekers and Trailblazers. We need to be able to be content and happy with where we're at, but always looking for the next goal. And there is a balance to that as far as how we can do that. All right. If you are stuck, if you're not getting what you want in your business, and it's okay, it is okay. We can get you through that. But the chances are it's probably one of the 7 trail blockers that we're going to walk through. And once you can walk through them, once you can bust through them, it's all you need to be able to move forward and get where you want to go. Because after all, our dreams are bigger than just the sales and numbers, right? We want to have a business that we love so that we can live a life that we love, so that we can create that. All right, so let's walk through these. And then after we walk through them, I've got one tool for you, one little secret weapon that's going to help you bust through them. So let's talk about them. So number 1, these are not exactly in order of the most important or the most common, but in a lot of ways, you'll recognize a lot of these as, wow, this is me. This is me. Number 1, overwhelm. Overwhelm is where you're kind of paralyzed and stuck because you don't know where to start, because you're looking at you're looking at the whole thing and feeling like the summit is too far away. There's too much to do to get between where you want to go and the summit. That is one of the most common forms of trail blockers. And we all deal with it from time to time. We all have different thresholds for it, but overwhelm is natural. It's a natural human thing. It's the way our brains are wired. Do not be hard on yourself. We're going to talk about one secret to get through that. Perfectionism. Number 2, perfectionism. This is where we want everything to be perfect before we actually go and do it, before we do anything. So this could show up in your business as in, today I'm going to do a Facebook Live, but you never quite get around to doing the Facebook Live because there's always something, oh, wow, I didn't get this set up, or, oh, no, I don't have the perfect piece to work on today. There's always reasons why we don't get out there and do the live, because we're putting so much pressure on ourselves to do it perfectly. Or same thing with like posts in our Facebook group or, on our business pages. Groundhog Day. Groundhog Day. Have you seen the movie Groundhog Day, where it's just the same thing over and over and over. We're just stuck in a rut. We don't know how to get out of what we're already doing. We keep doing what we're doing. We know it's not working. You can see it, but you don't know how to get out of the rut. Groundhog Day. It's really it's a pretty normal one too. Circumstances. Oh, this is a tough one. Circumstances. This is when you're always waiting for the right circumstance to come along. It has to be all perfect, a perfect circumstance before you'll take a leap or before you'll take the jump. So this shows up as in, well, I don't have the money for that right now. If you're looking for training or coaching, right? Or it's just not a good time for me. It's just not a good time for me. The kids are busy. My husband's busy. And it's true. Don't get me wrong. There are times in your life where things are not a good time, right? But we also know that we can make things a priority. When we really want something, we can work around the circumstances to make things happen, right? Not enough money, not enough time. Those are really common ones. This is one that I really struggled with, and I still do. The dabbler. The dabbler. It's always the shiny new thing, right? Especially when you're in a hard part of your business where things aren't really going smoothly and you kind of feel like you're trying to roll that snowball uphill. It's tired and exhausting. And oh, here's a new thing. And you want to jump for the new shiny thing. A, it's exciting to start new things. And B, it looks like it's going to be easier. So you end up constantly doing all these things, but you never really finish or complete anything. So you never get the results you want. Dabbling it's a big one for me. It has to do with like the patience and persistence, right? All of those, the discipline that we need to do the things we don't want to do. Dabbling is pops up when I catch myself not doing the things that I should do. Fear. Man, this can just gobble us up. It can choke us out. One of the biggest trail blockers out there, where you're just scared. You're just scared. You're scared that what you're doing isn't going to work. You're scared that the program that you invested in isn't going to work. You're afraid that you're not going to be able to do it. Even if everything's laid out for you, what if you can't do it? Those are huge things that we're wired to think as humans. It's the way we're wired to be defensive, and we have to know how to combat that. Otherwise, fear will always be the biggest trail blocker, always will keep us stuck. It's a huge one, especially when it involves taking a risk. Anything that feels like a risk, your brain is naturally wild to go, no. We don't want to do that. It's wired to feel fear. Oh, I could go on and on. Like fear, it sounds weird, but fear is one of my favorite topics because I think it's the biggest trail blocker for people. I don't like to talk about fear just because, I want you to be scared. I always like to talk about how we can conquer fear, how we can work with our fear, believe it or not. Okay, here's number 7. Here's our last one. Ambivalence. Oh, have you ever been through this where you're letting your circumstances, the overwhelm, or all those other pieces of your trail blockers pop up when you just won't make a decision? You won't make a move. Or when you kind of give up and you're like, nothing's really working. Doesn't matter anymore. Doesn't matter how many posts I do. It doesn't matter whether, I'm out there talking to my people. When you start feeling really discouraged, ambivalence can set in. Or like I said, you know what you need to be doing, but you won't make the decision to do it. You won't take that step forward. Ambivalence is a huge trail blocker. because it does, a lot of times it'll involve taking a risk. So ambivalence is another way that our mind is trying to really be protective. A lot of these have to do with our protective instincts that we are wired for. We can reprogram them. And that's one thing that I want to do is help you do that. So instead of being paralyzed and stuck, we can get through those. It's a simple tool. It's a really simple tool. Would you like to know what it is? Would you like to hear? Could I share it with you? I want to say yes. Yeah, Katrina says yes. Whoever else is here, tell me if you want to know it. I can't wait. But before we do that, by the way, before we do that, I don't want to forget. I want you to know that we have another free training coming up. It is a free masterclass. It's happening on Tuesday, March 14th at 2 p.m. here inside the Mega Selling Artist Facebook group. You will need to register for it, though, to be able to get your guidebook and all the other downloads that are going to come with that. So I'll put the registration. I'll make sure the registration is available for you, but it's the 3 Sales Secrets Masterclass. It's really designed for you to be able to quickly grow your audience so that you can have the correct ways to message to them so that you can close more sales. And be able to sell without feeling pushy or manipulative. It's the secret to being able to sell without the slime, I call it. The 3 Sales Secrets Masterclass. If you are interested in that, if you want to know more about it, I have a link that I can send you. So if you're interested in that, type #secrets. It doesn't matter which platform you're watching me on. I will go through and look for these comments. If you type #secrets, I'll make sure to give you that link so you can find out all the details about it. I won't go into them all here, but that way I can help you get what you need. All right, here it is. Here it is, the one little tool, and it's shockingly simple. They always are, right? The best tools always are. And a lot of times we're like, I know that. Why don't I do that? This may be one of those. I call it word swap awareness. Word swap awareness. That is the tool that we're talking about. It's when we're going to change our should, when you hear yourself saying should or thinking should, to the word will, right? So let's give an example. I should get that done today. It's a painting or whatever. I should really get that done today. Or you're writing an email or, I should really get that done. Well, you need to have the awareness. The awareness part is, if I'm saying I should, I either really don't want to do that or I'm not committed to doing it. I want you to have the awareness every time you say the word should, every time it comes up in your head. What we need to swap it for is I will get that done today. I'm going to get that done today. When you say that, I want you to just go through that process right now and feel the change that you feel in the energy in your body. And there's a whole bunch of science behind that. I won't go through that now, but it will change the way you feel when you say should to, yeah, I'm going to get that done today. Can't. Do you hear yourself saying the word can't? I struggle with this one. I can't figure that out, or I just can't get that done today, or I can't. Every time you think the word can't, you need to switch it to can, right? I can't figure that out. Let's use that one that I just gave you. The awareness is, I don't want to figure that out. That's really, we have to own it. We have to take the responsibility for it. And then you're like, it kind of hits you hard. We need to change it to, I can figure that out. I can figure this out. I will figure this out. Feel the change again, that energy change. Oh my gosh. These are things that we normally have them as part of our vocabulary. They're paradigms. And they just become so ingrained in us that we don't even notice that we do them. So just having the awareness that these kinds of words are popping up is already going to help you conquer these trail blockers. I can't do that. Especially like the fear. Oh, I can't do that. I want you to think about that. So can and will. Can and will. Those are the word swaps that I want you to use. That's it, you guys. I know we're like, oh my gosh. The trick is here to be able to practice it and use it as often as possible. The more we practice it, the more new neural pathways that we are growing, the easier it will be, the quicker we'll get through the shoulds and the can'ts, and we'll just automatically, reprogram, redirect. It's just a redirect, like a URL redirect. Automatically, you will start thinking in new ways, and you're going to be surprised the actions that follow that. Just by changing those thought patterns and language patterns, you're going to be able to get through those. All right, I'm going to let you go. Hashtag secrets. If you want to know more about the 3 Sales Secrets Masterclass, March 14th, I will send you the link for that. It's no pressure. It's free, but you can look at that and decide if that's something you're interested in. And if you have any questions, of course, especially if we're friends on Facebook, or just get in contact with me. If you're watching this on YouTube, you can find me on Facebook. You can find me on Instagram. You can email me and let me know if you have some questions, and I'll be happy to help you. All right. Take care, everyone. I will see you next Tuesday. Take care.